have a DD smoking up these cruisers, and they're all moving towards C. And they have both radars over here, plus the Kutuzov. So there's a lot of HE over here on this one side by C. I find that kind of interesting that they've split their cruisers away from their battleships, because there's not, that really limits the amount of HP they have on this side, but it really ups their DPM. And we have torpedoes in on the smoke.
So right now, we have Raython, the Amaga and APOC, really taking some extra damage. Not too much from the North American side. Not too much is being spotted right now. We're getting a slow Sea Raptor's throwing down a good smoke screen for his battleship. Sterling's kind of pushing up on a good little target right here. Really just trying to... Everyone's doing a really good job at being very cautious on where they are. There's a Lo Yang right there who's going to be super close to APOC, to within a front-on shooting Kutuzov, so he's going to get into some trouble. We're going to see Raptor as well. That Lo Yang's got to be really careful. He's going to be spotted by the CV. He's got a Kutuzov shooting in on him. He has a Benson shooting in on him. And so he's going to be really, really careful. He's not taking much damage at all, though, over on ACAP. But it looks like the North American APOC team is taking the advantage on caps, with potentially 2 caps to none and potentially 3 caps to none. Now, caps aren't everything, but it does, in this stage, really give you a bit of an advantage.
Well, yeah, if you get the 2 cap advantage, you're going to start building up those points before the other team can, and it's going to make them have to push into you while you're getting set up for a defensive situation. Whereas if you're the team taking advantage of getting the caps, and right now, APOC has 2 caps, which is huge. I mean, they're already up. What were we looking at? 50, almost 60 points. And if they keep holding those caps, that lead is just a balloon into hundreds of points. And it's going to force TTT to have to do something that they may not want to do. I mean, we do have these 3 cruisers still over here at sea, raining on Professor Cleo, but they're shooting a battleship. But they do have Ryu spotted right here in sea.
Yeah, Rio's taking massive damage right now, down 6K already. Lo Yang is pushing into him without any cruiser cover, so Rio's gonna have to go dark, hopefully, as well as Das Boot and Professor Cleo, just taking this damage and not being able to do too much. The Chappies and the Kutuzovs with their range are super effective against battleships that really are stationary or not being able to move too quick, since they are just the fire-breathing Russian cruisers that we all know and love.
Eclair just took a massive hit in the smoke. He's down to 16K health. He's been halved.
Oh, is he really? Oh, okay.
I don't know who it was from, but it was definitely from one of the battleships. M4 at A is kind of by himself behind this island. He's in the North Carolina, so I mean he's kind of out by himself. He's gonna start taking some HE damage. He's in a bad spot. He doesn't have any smoke either. The Lo Yang is circling back around, so maybe the Lo Yang has smoke. But that point lead is still growing. TTT does not have a cap yet.
No cap. I mean, how many times have we played a ranked game or something like that where you've just held more caps and you've won for that? You know how hard it is to kill off a massive hit on Raython right there. Raython about half-life. M4 right there. I don't think he's going to take a torp, but he might take a torp. If so, he does take it. Wow, Seal Raptor gets that that difficult front-on angle, and Sterling is going to be out there to just punish him. He's going to be potentially flooding. For sure will be on fire soon. 4v1 M4 from TTT just taking a punishing barrage of shells and fire and all that kind of stuff. Luckily, he does get a smoke and still will kind of eventually get out of that. Hopefully, we'll see how many fires he gets. You get guys at these skill at your skill at this top tier skill and aim. If they're shooting from smoke or anything like that, they're going to be able to keep putting fire in the general direction. And he's not safe, although he is not visible right now.
He is back on fire. The cruiser that is by A did get him on fire in the smoke, so he is burning right now. It looks like he has a superstructure fire, 1 fire. I assume he's using the fire skill so that it's keeping him from having double fire, but we don't know. I mean, and it looks like TTT did make a push over at C as well. They got that Lo Yang onto that, capped it out after they pushed Ryu off. And those cruisers are just doing massive damage to Cleo.
Yeah, Cleo has been basically detected this entire game, and really really just he's gonna go down. Cleo's gonna go down if he doesn't get any help. Rio's too far away to smoke him. I doubt he's gonna be able to go dark. He's only 13k. He has at least one, potentially two cruisers there. I think we saw the Chappie and the Kutuzov. I mean, Cleo's as good as dead. That's gonna be a battleship down for APOC right now.
Yeah, there are 3 cruisers in that smoke shooting at Professor Cleo, and they're all using IF-8. You know, that's probably a given for the competitive meta. You know, and Professor Cleo, I mean, just the rate of fire. You know, he is dark now, but I think he was last seen on fire. I don't know if he's gonna live or not.
Rocking only 2100. I doubt he's going to get too far away, but this is the potential for a CV to come in and really kind of deal that devastating blow. 1 torpit is all he really needs. He is going to get some cover, but potentially he is going to go dark here. But as you can see, a complete flip on caps right now. NA had almost all 3 to themselves, and now the EU team, TTT, has taken over and are going to have all 3 caps to themselves. So a massive swing. APOC's almost down on a complete battleship. EU's still pretty healthy. M4 kind of chilling over there. We've seen a complete swing of APOC kind of having to roll back over to C to support their ships. But some team, EU's in the driving seat now. They have all 3 caps. They have all the damage going out. Potentially the first kill on the board. Cleo is healing up though. APOC's going to have to do something to make a push on one of these. Pushing the 3 cruisers is not, in my opinion, the best move, but it might be what they have to do, or hopefully get a lucky torp on a DD to give them that DD advantage.
M4 is in trouble. He is on at least double fire. He is not in smoke, and those cruisers are right. M4 is.
Oh, down goes M4. Raython with a massive final killing blow right there, and well, Das Boot's taking a decent amount of damage too, but this is the in my opinion, when you go over with captain skills, fire prevention on a random battle is not too much, but when you get skilled players like this that can aim, that fire prevention is almost mandatory as a battleship. You know, you have 2 skilled cruisers, 3 skilled cruisers, as you said, over by CCAP, all laying down massive HE shells on that CV or on that battleship. He'd have 2 fires on him the entire game. So that's really important to be rolling that skill, and you know, he's only having the 1 tick of fire.
Yeah, an interesting note here. The low yank from TTT that was trying to smoke up M4 did use his smoke, so he is out of smoke, and it wasn't really for any good use because M4 still died. And the Amagi is out here by himself on the flank, on fire again. And I'm not sure he's going to have to try to get around that island and get back to safety because he is in a very exposed position. He has I mean, he does have some CV fighters with him, but he is out there by himself. But TTT is holding 2 caps. It looks like APOC did get B back. It looks like Benson was in B. So this is a close game. It's a 100-point lead, but TTT will close those points since they do have the 2 caps.
Now, what do you think about the Akazuki? It is definitely, since the recent stealth fire change, it's not the same ship it was a month ago. It was actually a very strong, very annoying ship about a month ago. But now, I feel like it's, would you say, underpowered? It's not a torp ship. It's not really a gunboat. What is it? I don't really even know what that ship is anymore.
Yeah, Torps just went by. Speaking of the Akazuki, Torps actually just went by him. Zombie Cheese dodged him very well. But I find the Akazuki pick to be very interesting. With the stealth fire changes, like you said, it takes away one of the biggest things that people used it for, was just being able to shoot it, 9.5 kilometers or whatever it was, and not be seen. So, and as a torp boat, you only get a normal set of 4 torpedoes. You do get the torp reload booster, but that's situational at best. So yeah, I find that to be an interesting choice. Maybe they were limited by ship choice, and they didn't feel like, say the Ognavoy was a good choice to take, so they went with the Akazuki. But it looks like, they might have been limited because I believe you can only have 3 ships from each nation. So yep. They stacked heavy cruisers from Russian cruisers. So maybe that didn't allow them the opportunity to have an Ognavoy. But super here.
We might have a torp right hit. We have a torp hit. Ryu is in trouble. Potentially going to sneak through this. It's going to be super close. But yeah, super Shichiria. from APOC is taking a massive beating and just not able to get out of there. That's the problem with the Chappie versus the Kutuzov, is he's not going to have his own smoke. So if Ryu does not have smoke for him, he's not going to be able to do anything. You know, TTT's 3 cruisers over on, what is that, C-Cap? Have just been able to pound on ship after ship after ship with nothing APOC can really do. So Super might go down right here. I just don't think he's going to be able to go dark.
Yeah, Super's in big trouble. He has 3 rapid fire cruisers shooting at him.
There's no way he makes it through that. He's dead 100%. 2K.
Yeah, he has no smoke. I mean, he's done for. And TTT is slowly advancing into the C cap to keep control of that cap. And they're just slowly pushing in with smoke. But it looks like TTT is swinging the advantage back towards the EU. They have 2 cap to the 1 cap. And it looks like it could be in trouble for APOC. You know, I mean, you have Professor Cleo. He did recover down there in that Amagi. He is up to 24,000 HP, but he is a long ways out of the fight. So is he going to be able to push back in safely with those 3 cruisers there? I'm not sure.
However, look at this fight right now. Gonna get a decent CV drop on the Amagi from TTT. He's down relatively low and looks like he's actually beached. He's going to be taking at least 1 torp, 2 torps, and down 15k. C-Raptor was able to put good damage in the Akazuki, as well as taking A-Cat back. So there's definitely a couple of good strikes here. We have Raython and Raython basically putting the rest of the fire in, but only 8k left on that Amagi. TTT potentially going to lose a 2nd battleship this game, and I know that their Akazuki is also very, very, very low on that smoke. C-Raptor just isn't able to push that. Actually, no, he wouldn't be able to. I didn't see the 2nd smoke there, but Tunek down to 3k. I don't know if he has a fire on him right now, but shells are in, and potentially death right here could give APOC a massive advantage. Down he goes, 2 battleships down for TTT. APOC potentially can bring this back, but they're taking BCAT back.
Yeah, APOC actually has a huge advantage right now. They have 3 battleships to the 0 battleships alive for TTT. So that right there is going to allow them. They have the huge HP. Now, can they take advantage? That's a good. It looks like we have torpedoes on Zombie Cheese. You gonna take one? I think he is. Zombie Cheese just took a torpedo.
Wow.
Yeah, that's rough because you know APOC has a decided advantage now. They have 3 battleships to 0. They have 3 DDs to 2. I think APOC is in the driver's seat. They do have some low HP ships, and but the problem they still have is this group of cruisers over here at sea are still pretty healthy. And they can just put the damage out.
And the thing is, right now, big hit on Eclair right now. Their Chappie, which would be amazing to get rid of that last radar ship since they have a DD and a BB advantage. Das Boot just trying to hold on, waiting for the heal to come in. Rob did drop a clutch smoke to keep him alive, but that smoke is fading, so Das Boot is going to be in a really, really tough spot, as well as there is a DD on BCAP going to be pushing in, but a massive potential salvo on one of these Kutuzovs. Das Boot might be able to take something down with them, or at least put some pressure on, like, say, a DD or really anything, but 10k getting shredded by 3 Russian cruisers. That's only going to take a little bit of time to get through. So Das Boot definitely is going to go down, but can he put down enough pressure to make it worth it, potentially get a trade, maybe on Eclair, or even get a fire on one of these guys to force 3 pair?
Yeah, his secondaries are on Eclair, but I don't think he's going to be able to get him over that mountain. Professor Cleo did put shots in on Eclair, and I believe he got an overpin or missed completely. But it looks like he has more shots inbound, and you know, we all love Battleship RNG.
Right. That's right. We've all been through that. But they really need to get rid of one of those Chappies, because although they do have the DD advantage and the Battleship advantage, you know, Ryu is within easy radar advantage of 3 or range of 3 Russian cruisers. He's got a bail with only 4,500 life, and Eclair doing a really good job of basically just bailing from this. But Cleo potentially could have a massive hit on one of these guys if he's really, really lucky. He's going to get burnt down too, though.
Yeah, Professor Cleo's in trouble. Has no smoke. Has at least 2 cruisers. But it looks like APOC is coming around. The north side of A. They're wrapping around, and they are being led by C-Rap. The low yang for TTT is down to 4,700 HP, and the low yang in B is spotted. So he's trying to get that cap back, but I think he is in trouble. I think those those two DDs.
Down goes Rio. There goes their advantage right there.
Oh, so TTT is still up on point and taking back B cap, and it looks like Professor Cleo is being struck by the CV and those cruisers. I think Professor Cleo is going to go down. I don't see him coming through all of these bombs.
He's down right there.
No, Professor Cleo is down.
So APOC's gonna need a couple things to go through. Raython unluckily took a torp right there, so he's either gonna be stuck with the flooding or something. But right now there are, I think both chappies on TTT did use their radars, so if there is a smoke that is dropped either by Sterling or either of the Bensons, they are gonna be safe. Claire is very, very low. You said one of their low Yangs is also very low. So Raython, potentially being the battleship he is, could do a death-dealing blow to one of these guys, and really just, I don't think with the double chappy Kutuzov, I mean double radar. How are you supposed to really get close to that? You know, can you really do anything against that? Really get close? I mean, I'm not a battleship going to push into that. I'm not a destroyer going to get anywhere near that with a 10-foot pole. With the double chain radars, I'm not sure how you're supposed to really deal with that. Maybe time the radars correctly and then push in, maybe get a good torp strike. Was there ever a close torp? Oh, Radius is in some trouble right here. Oh. 2 Bensons and a Kutuzov. Down he goes. Oh, absolutely destroyed.
Massive. That's a massive kill for APOC that keeps them in the game. They do have the double cap, but it looks like Sea Raptor is under fire. Eclair is behind an island, but he has minimal HP, so I'm not sure he's going to be able to do anything more than be utility for his radar. Lakanar is moving around. Sterling Archer is spotted in the Kutuzov at 11k, but we have torps on Lakanar, and it looks like he ate one. Massive hit. Massive.
Oh, there's Eclair. Eclair is spotted. Now, how? Okay, you're a Benson right here, right? APOC has to do something. Luckily, Sterling looks like he does have a smoke. I don't know how. Oh, Eclair. Wow, what a shot by Raython. Wow.
Great shot. Great shot taking down Eclair. I think it's too soon to call. It looks like APOC is back in the driver's seat. They have the caps.
They got to get Sterling here, though. They have to get Sterling here. If they get a fire on him, he's only at 1300. If I'm Sterling right now, I do not shoot. I really do not shoot unless he has a pure broadside. Aim is too good. I was gonna say as a play though.
Time.
Holy smokes! APOC takes it with that nail on Eclair, man. Woo!
That kill by Raytheon right there. That was a huge kill.
And let's just look at the post screen really quick. I was gonna say though, if you knew where Eclair was, he had 2200 life. Do you make a hero push with a Benson and go for it?
It's tough because I mean all he has to do is get a good broadside on you. You're gonna lose 5, 6, 7k. But he only had 2200 HP. Yeah. So I mean if both now they did have those 2 Bensons running together. And I think if both of them would have went over there, I think they could have got Eclair. But it's tough because, you know, if they're spotted, you know, torpedoes come into play. There's a lot of factors that will come into play. But, you know, I think that's a big win by APOC. I mean, I congratulate APOC. I mean, that was a good game overall.